dating is over for normal men. Women are only looking for the top 20% of all guys out there, while 80% of the guys are doomed. They are lost. They can just give up. If you go on the internet, you go into Twitter, you go into Reddit, you go into some social media platform, this is what you're going to hear over and over again. Dating is broken for normal guys. But is that really true? When I look at the research, when I analyze the data, I see a completely different story. And in some ways, being at the top can actually be harder. In a few minutes, I'm going to tell you why I think it is. And I'm also going to give you 3 mindset plan strategies for you to actually understand how attraction and connection really works. So stick with me. So first, here comes the problem. We as men spend all days on dating apps and social apps as well, Instagram for example. And we make this digital reality as the only reality. And when we're doing that, we feel as men, as guys, that we have to be perfect to be noticed. You see, you have to be perfect in terms of your lifestyle, your money, your looks, and how you present it. And even if all that is perfect, it will still feel like women have all the power. Because it's not men who rejects most women on the dating apps. It's actually women that basically rejects men. And if there's going to be a very big unbalance in terms of who rejects who, then we feel like we are powerless and women are the one with the power. And what happens then? Well, we as men stop taking action because we think that the whole attraction game is rigged, and this is not good. However, if we're going to look at how things really are, and we're going to look at a more holistic sense, then we have to break it down to pieces, right? So first, I want to break it down into what elements actually triggers men and what elements actually trigger women in terms of attraction, all right? And when I do that, it comes down to interaction versus visuals, all right? Let's start talk about visuals. So about looks. Do look matters? Well, yes, look matters to everyone. I'm not going to lie to you. However, the level of importance when it comes to look are very different between men and women, all right? So when looks act as a huge entry value for men to choose women, it doesn't work the same for women. For women, it's more about the interaction that leads to connection that acts as a foundation for women that in turn trigger attraction. So the looks trigger attraction in men when it comes to women mostly, and women are triggered by how they connect and interact with a guy in order to spark attraction. So it really works differently here, all right? And I will not say that it's an absolute, but the level of the importance between visual and interaction is way different. And here comes the downside when it comes to men, all right? Dating apps or social platforms can't really show women the elements that makes you attractive as a man. I'm talking about how you listen, how you talk, how your facial expression is, how your presence is. You can't show that on apps, right? And the science are saying that women respond to how they feel when they are with you. That's your power. If you want to learn this, what I've done is that I've done a free 10 minutes video training where I break down how to get started to become really attracted towards women through interactions that builds connection, all right? So look at the description, you will find the link there, and make sure to watch this 10 minutes training video. So now let's talk about the plan, the 3-step mindset shift. So step number 1, be interested rather than trying to be interesting. It's very easy to get into the idea of being self-centered, that you have to show her that you are a valuable guy. You earn a lot, you have a lot of life experiences, and you try to present that towards her. Just stop doing that, all right? Be interested much more, because that is what actually going to make the real impact. Way more than you're trying to indirectly trying to impress her by your experience and what you have achieved. So attraction is built on the moments you spend together and the way how you make her feel, all right? Not the way you present yourself. And mindset number 2, put the spotlight on her, all right? Make the conversation about her. Don't try to be cool. Don't try to be funny and playful and take, too much of space from her time. Let her express herself. That is how she's going to feel like something is clicking here. You are a person that really are interested in her. So put the spotlight on her. So have that in your mind. It's like, I need to put the spotlight on her because she's the guest and you are the host. And you are going to, be curious and start talking and make the conversation about her. So that is the mindset number 2. And the mindset number 3 is to consider yourself as the explorer that want to discover the unknown in her life, all right? And you're doing it by, again, talking about her, asking questions, and when you share something about yourself, keep it short and concise, and then bring it back to her to build that bridge, all right? So make things short and concise about yourself and let her keep the spotlight. Be the explorer. You want to discover her, not present yourself towards her. So that was the 3 mindset shifts that are all connected. And what you're going to see is that when you start focus on the interaction in this way, you will feel like women are responding to you way different, all right? And those stats that you see where normal guys don't stand a chance, they don't matter anymore. You're not tricking anyone. You're just using the right elements to connect with women that sparks attraction. That is the science of human chemistry. So trust the science, stick to the plan. And if you find this video valuable, do me a favor and hit the like button and make sure to subscribe, because I have a lot more video coming out that is about the real science of attraction. And again, if you really want to learn this, if you want to get started on doing things right to build connection that spark attraction, make sure to get access to my free 10-minute training video where I'm going to show you how to actually connect with women. If you look at the description, you will find the link and do it. You will not regret it. And I see you in the next video.